Welcome back to Ebru Africa's This Morning. I am Cherotich Kenei and this is On Trend. Well, the stories we are highlighting today on the social media Twitter are three. One in regards to security, the next in regards to just rampant demonstrations by the University of Nairobi students. And lastly, we end with a very international story that is still developing, awaiting to find an amicable solution. That is the story of Ukraine. But first things first, let's begin with the security matters in the country. Now, following the terrorist attack in Italy last month, we have the government taking no chances to ensure that its citizens are safe within her boundaries. Now, yesterday night, we had searches being carried out in a largely Somali-populated area, that is the South Sea region, where the police did not take chances. They went door to door. So whether you were of the Somali origin or from the Somali background, this was not a means of discrimination. They moved door to door from 1 a.m. and the search is still continuing till now, where police are putting roadblocks. Let me just take you to a story, to a photo that will actually show you exactly what is happening. This is just a roadblock in the South Sea region, where just over there, further into the picture, we have police there. So roadblocks in South Sea still there. That is Kapi just giving us that tweeted picture, just to give you an updated an update of the situation taking place in South Sea. So it started at 1 a.m. moved into the wee hours of the morning, and it's still ongoing. So indeed, this is a story that this photo was taken an hour ago. So indeed, it is still ongoing in the country. So indeed, this stems out from direct orders from both the Inspector General David Kimayo and also our Cabinet Secretary for Interior Joseph Olelenku, who said that security should be of concern to the country, where it was echoed the same by the President in his State of the Nation address. So indeed, the government is doing its level best to ensure that Kenyans are safe and sound. So that is the developing story from the South Sea hashtag. So you can have a look at what people are saying here in this particular region. We have here Dr. Brian, who says, I commend professionalism of the policemen and women who searched my house in South Sea. Kudos. So indeed, this is quite a good PR for the police department that has been facing a lot of controversy in the recent, not only a few months ago, but also in the recent past as well. So quite a good story right there coming in from Dr. Brian. So moving on swiftly to still the Kenyan region, where we have the University of Nairobi students taking demonstrations yesterday as they wanted the examinations, the end of year examinations, just postponed to allow them to fully revise and actually articulate themselves in the papers, which they say they are not ready to embark on. Now that is examination for the end of year that usually takes place in April, so that the students can take a 4-month break between May and August to return back and resume in September. So indeed, this is quite a developing story where people are angry. They're saying the students need to just have a sense of professionalism and actually just take their education seriously, being echoed out as previous allegation goes that when they began to demonstrate, they riot and they cause a lot of havoc in the Nairobi CBD. Now, what they are saying, the reasons for them not being ready is the recent student elections that were carried out in their institution, and also the teachers' strike. Now, the lecturers who took to strike did not make them ready for their examinations, and thus they say that they are not ready to take this exam, something that is not being echoed well across the boundaries when it comes to Kenyans on Twitter. We have here one person who says, Pierre, here, let me just highlight her for you. University of Nairobi should stop this madness. Kama hawataki kusoma, waseme. Now that is just a click right there. So she's saying the Swahili words kama hawataki kusoma means if they do not want to read. Now they should say, so that at least we can find an amicable solution to this madness that has been plaguing the Nairobi CBD region. So from there, we move to matters Ukraine. Now, the Ukraine story is still a developing story. We are still yet to find an amicable solution between the rift between Russia and the eastern region of Ukraine, Crimea, who voted largely to have themselves separated from the greater, larger Ukraine, while the Ukrainian politics does not permit them to, does not want to let go of the Crimea the Crimea region. So indeed, this is causing a lot of controversy. So what the government has done now, Russia increased their gas supply to Ukraine by 81%, causing the livelihoods of so many people to be affected, causing a rise in the cost of living in Kiev and its surrounding regions. And also what we've seen a move by the government, they have increased their benchmark lending rate from 6.5 8 months ago to now 9.5, just as a mechanism to stop the rate, to curb the rate of inflation of their local currency, hryvnia. So indeed, this is just a move, one of the moves that Ukraine is taking in within its policy making to ensure that indeed, as much as there's a lot of tension in that particular region, that the economy still does not slump to an all-time low. So indeed, even as this persists, we have here a headline by InvestSmart Span, who says Asian markets edge higher on solid US data, while Ukraine anxiety lingers on. Quite a good story for you. But what we know as of the moment is that Barack Obama, President of the United States, has urged Russian President Vladimir Putin to just come to the table and find a solution, help find a solution to this particular crisis that is not only affecting the Ukrainian region, but the greater EU stability as well. So indeed, this is still a developing story here at Ebru Africa. We'll give you inside information, but also like us on our Twitter page and follow us on our Facebook, where we'll give you stories that are making headlines not only here in Kenya, Africa, but the greater globe as well. Well, I'm Cherotich Kenei. Now stay tuned for more viewing here on Ebru Africa this morning.